What up? September Ali, the Reverend of the Revolution. Welcome to your Daily Revolution. Today's topic, I paid $1,000. How come I'm not rich? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. In the business world, especially on the online internet marketing world and the get-rich-quick biz ops, all these little things that promote, hey, pay me your money and you will be super wealthy, mega wealthy. And it only takes these 3 tips and tricks and hacks and you got to pay me $1,000. So this is the common theme of internet marketing and it disgusts me. Why? Because people sell information. They sell it like your life is going to change. Just buy my information. But most people don't go through the information. But that's not the marketer's fault. That's not on them. They're doing a good job of marketing and selling and promoting and putting value in the marketplace. How do we know it's valuable? Because people pay for it. Now, the real purpose of this podcast is the people out there who buy a program for $297 or a $47 book or a $7 ebook or a $997 info product. Let me say this again. Info product. And then they say something to the effect of, but I paid $1,000. How come I'm not rich? Are you kidding me? That's like saying, I bought Slim and Six and what are the other programs? Sweating to the Oldies. And I bought Tybo. And I bought Insanity and P90X. And I'm not skinny yet. Look, the problem is that no one's coming to save you. And you think someone is. The problem is you think that by buying an info product and by spending a measly $1,000, you really think you're going to make $10 million by spending $1,000? Now, it sounds absurd, but the principle is this, is that number one, we are blinded. We have blind spots. This is like someone saying, well, I went to a semester of school. How come no one will hire me? I went to the gym for 1 week, and how come I'm still overweight? I read a copywriting course on how to write persuasive copy. I took this public speaking seminar for 3 days. How come I'm not getting hired and paid the big bucks? This is absurd. This violates this principle called the law of the harvest, where you plant seeds and then you reap what you sow. But when you plant seeds, it requires time. An attorney, a lawyer, a doctor, a professional salesman, these men and women, the top of their industries, a professional athlete, they are not overnight successes. Therefore, the whole notion, well, I've paid $1,000, how come I'm not wealthy? Because $1,000 is like the buy-in. Hey, I'm actually going to do something. And it's not even that big of a buy-in. Talk to the dentist who's $400,000 in debt. The attorney who has put hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loans in the queue. And you wonder, why do some people have incredible health, incredible relationships? How do some people have the lifestyle where they enjoy the spoils and the riches? The lifestyle, the cars, the homes, the cruises, the traveling, the luxuries of life. And some people don't. Because you have not paid the price. Now, there's a phrase that we said that says start where you are. Yeah, start where you are. So if $1,000 is a lot of money to you, then you've got to start somewhere maybe not as much money. Maybe it's a book. Some people, they're not even willing to buy a book. And a book is like $8, $9, $10. You can listen to books on Audible, on YouTube. So start where you are. But please, stop the insanity and the stupidity where you think, I paid $1,000. How come I'm not wealthy yet? It's $1,000. How come I haven't made $1 million yet? Really? Come on now. Now, how does this show up in the physical realm, the big 4 physical? You eat one clean, healthy meal, and then you eat 3, dozen cookies. You work out one day, but then you sit on the couch for the next 4 days. That will not get it done. This will require time. This will require consistency, commitment, and dedication for sustained periods of time. Inside of the spiritual realm, I went to church one Sunday. How come God doesn't speak to me? I meditated 2 days. How come I don't feel the power? Dude, wake up. You want to become a master of having space, having the voice guide you and direct you, having power and meaning in your life? It's going to require much more than just 1 or 2 meditation sessions. And, I read one scripture in one verse 3 months ago. Come on, man, wake up. Inside of your marriage, why is my marriage garbage? How come we don't have more sex? How come the sex isn't great? How come, like, me and my spouse, we have wandering eyes and we're not even connected? Well, if you stop being a cheap bastard and take your wife out on a date, yes, as a man, if you're listening to this, your job is to take your wife on a date every single week. And if you're not in town, my goodness, get on FaceTime, send some cool memes and voice messages and videos and text messages, and keep the marriage thriving. Touch your wife, hold her hand, grab her butt, kiss her on the neck, bite her on the shoulders. My goodness, there was a time in your life where you couldn't keep your hands off of your wife. And if you're a woman and you want something more, then do the same things. Go have the conversation that would confront the things getting in the way. Go be powerful. Stop complaining and do something about it. Because if you think that your marriage is going to thrive off of commitments you made 20 years ago, and that there's no more spicy and spice and feisty and passion, there's none of that going on anymore, you're kidding yourself. Marriage is going to die. You're going to settle for a mediocre marriage. And you're going to demonstrate to your children, this is how marriage is. It's crap. It's dog crap. It smells like crap. It feels like crap. And we're going to convince ourselves that the crap in the marriage is really good. No, it's not. It doesn't have to be that way. Wake up. Pay the price. Take your wife on a date. Bought my wife flowers this week. Took her out on a date last night. Touching my wife, holding her hands. I hug her every day for at least 30 seconds. Every single day, at least 30 seconds. Snuggle her at night. I put my face right on her, right under her arm, and she's like, "Ooh, get away!" I'm like, "No, I love this woman," and she does the same for me. She caresses my neck. She kisses me. We talk. We share. We listen. In the business realm, please stop thinking that $1,000 is going to make you $10 million. This isn't the stock market. This isn't Vegas. Put your time in. Pay the piper. Pay your dues. I'll never forget a very, very wealthy attorney who lives in my neighborhood, good friend of mine, and, we were talking. He's super successful. Great family, great spiritual man, great leader in his church, in shape, seasoned. He says, "Tim, when I got out of law school and I was interning, I worked like a dog. 80 hours a week, sleep at the office, he goes, they work, that's what you have to do. Now, thankfully, when you pay the price that way, you get to be the one that goes home on time, and the other young ones pay the piper." It's so true. You're going to pay the piper. You got to pay the piper. Either way, he's going to get paid. She's going to get paid. There's no way around it. It's like buying a new car. If you buy a brand new car, you're going to pay a premium. You're going to pay a high price. But the thing that you get, you don't have to worry about a car, about things breaking down most of the time. You get the smell of a brand new car. You feel that the safety and the certainty and the peace of mind knowing, dude, we're not going to worry about things. Now, you pay a high price dollars if you don't go with the new car and you buy like a 10-year-old car. It's cheaper on the front end, but boy, that thing gets pricey. So either way, you're going to pay the money. It's just, where do I want to pay it and how do I want to pay it? You pay $1,000 for your program, please don't stop thinking you're going to go be a billionaire. $1,000, well, you should be able to go make that back and a little bit more. But you got to pay the piper. You got to put in the work. And you got to do what's required. The question is, are you willing to do that in your life? Where in your life today are you still saying, I paid $1,000. How come I'm not a billionaire? I've worked out 2 times. How come I haven't lost the weight? I went on a 10 feet jog. How come I still can't run a marathon? I sent my wife a message 2 months ago. How come there's no passion and love and intimate and crazy, awesome sex and communication? I studied a video course on how to be a leader. How come I'm not a leader? Come on now. Stop trying to cheat the law of the harvest. Stop trying to violate principle and stop trying to get something for nothing. The price is going to be paid, so pay it. Sitemangala reminding you, if you're going to create a life of real radical results, a life that you love, it's going to require you to get into a relentless pursuit with a ruthless commitment to pay the piper every single day so that you can get to the top of your mountains where your prized promised lands and every possibility that you ever want is waiting, just waiting for you. The revolution has begun. Will you join me? I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.